Staffy, you crazy.
YouTube, let's get it. Back with another vid, YouTube. It's your boy Big Gap. And today, we'll be doing a quick unboxing of the Team Corrales Shogun XP6S V2 1/8 scale brushless power race truggy. This is a 4-wheel drive RTR. That means it comes ready to run right out of the box. Only thing you would need to add is 4 batteries for the remote and LiPo batteries for the car. The car is 3S up to 6S capable. We're gonna go over some of the different features about this car from the version 1. First thing we're gonna go over, it has big bore aluminum shock absorbers. It has a CNC machined aluminum shock tower. It has heavy duty steel, and this is one new thing about the car. It has heavy duty steel aluminum hybrid center differentials, I'm sorry. And it also has a high performance differential with CNC machined steel gears. They have steel drive shafts. It has high quality rubber sealed ball bearings. It has some new skid plates on the front and rear. And it also have some new nylon composite parts. So this thing right here is a nice truggy. I used to own the V1, and it was a great truggy. Had a few things I had to change around on it due to it, like it didn't have diff fluids in it and that kind of stuff. But from what I hear on the V2, it's supposed to already be ready to go. So like I said, I had real good luck with the first one. So now I picked up the second version. So with no further ado, we're gonna get right into this unboxing. Hey man, y'all know me. Who cares about a box? Yes, sir. That's that guy right there, looking good. Fellas, looking good. So, ladies and gentlemen, hold tight. We're gonna get you a closer view of the truck, and we're gonna keep this video rolling. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. First things first, we're gonna start off with the transmitter. Pretty good transmitter, man. Feels pretty good in the hand. Has a little yellow rubberized grip on the back. Trigger squeeze, and feels pretty good. It doesn't have a lot of tension on it at all, but it feels pretty good. It has the foam around the wheel. Has a nice rim set up right there. I think it's 3 channels. Have your basic steering trims. It's 3 or 4 channels. Have your basic steering trims. Your reverse to reverse your throttle and your steering, and you have your bind button as well. Pretty good remote. As y'all know, I'm gonna do the test run with this one, and then it's coming out. You gotta change to something else. All right, there goes the car. Well, it's the books next. All right, you have, like a remote manual and a regular book manual, and it gives you an extra straw for the antenna. Team Corrales, y'all gonna have to step this up a little bit. You're charging top dollar for these cars now. Only, a few dollars off from all the other cars on the market. So you're gonna have to give us some tools, some stickers, a lot of people don't care about it because they have their own, but for people who just getting into the hobby, those little small tools and stuff, they're awesome for those people. So, you can't just be biased to some people. You have to do it it's an RTR, so it's ready to run. It needs to be, capable of anybody to be able to grab one of these. So let's step that up a little bit, Team Corrales. But the good thing about it does come with a manual. All right, here we go. Let's get into it, man. I'm liking these new wheels. They look pretty good. On the first version, those pin tires that it came with, they just were not good for bashing. They do excellent on, a real racetrack and a real race setting. They do pretty good, but they just balloon like crazy because of the differentials didn't have fluid in them, and in those tires, the compound was very, very soft. So they just ballooned up. They expand on 6S. They just expand and they expand so bad that they come unglued from the rim. So I had to immediately. I ran those tires maybe on the test run, something like that, and then after that, I put new tires on it. But these look pretty good. They remind you of the wheels on the Armor Talon. They look a lot like the tread pattern is slightly different, but these feel pretty good. They're harder foam, so they're probably gonna have less give and less ballooning. We will get them out and see how they perform on the loose dirt, because with this rig, for me, this rig will be more of a neighborhood racer, which a lot of people don't know what neighborhood races is, but that's where you just use any terrain that you have. You put out cones. You know, it's just fun with the fellas. It's not real competition. Like, you know, you at a big track, you on a driver stand, and you racing for this and for that. It's just more fun. And this truck, the V1 was perfect for that. So I know this V2 is going to be perfect, but we are going to have to see if those tires are going to be able to hold up on the real loose dirt. I know on the grass, they probably would do fine, but we don't always run on the grass. Sometimes we run in loose dirt, so we will do a test on those. But there it is. It's it has a black, yellow, and gray body scheme paint job, and it looks pretty good, man. I really like it. I really like it. The rebound of the shocks feels like it's pretty solid. The front is a little slow. The back is nice. A lot of people like different shock setups. This setup in the back, for me, that's perfect. That's the setup that I like. This was the back. The front is decent. It could do with some thicker shock oils or whatever, but all in all, so far, so good, man. It seems like a pretty good rig. So let's pop this top, get up under here, and I'm gonna go through some of the things with you, some of the changes, some of the things that I like about it, and we'll get out of here. Hold tight, fellas. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Got you a closer view. As you can see, this is a 150 amp ESC. It's a Hobbywing rebranded ESC. I think they call it the Toro or something with a T. I can't get that right now. But it's 150 amp ESC, and it's Hobbywing all day. When you look at this, it looks exactly like all the other Hobbywing remakes. They try to change a few things around, subtle changes, but this looks exactly like a Hobbywing Max 8. You have the button. I love this little press button, and not the switch. Switch tends to come off or, you know, turn off sometimes. So that's a pretty good thing. You have it gives you a looper. That's always awesome when you want to just run one battery. In most of my 6S rigs, most of the time I just run one battery, because I use one of the bigger bricks that has a higher milliamp for me to have longer run time. So I use one battery. So this is awesome that it comes with this looper. You have 2 battery straps to hold your battery in. That looks pretty sturdy. I don't see, you don't have battery tray adjustability. I don't see it. I would have to read the book, but from what I'm seeing right now, I don't think that this is adjustable, but I could be wrong. So don't quote me on that. But I like to have the option to take this back piece right here off, so I can run longer batteries, because sometimes the higher milliamp batteries like HRBs, they're a bit longer than your standard batteries. But I do have 6S and 4S packs that will fit in here, so it shouldn't be that much of a problem. Next up, you have the Curon 825. The Curon 825. This is a 2050 kV. I want to say it's a 2050 kV. Yep, it's a 2050 kV, and it's only 4S to 6S compatible, not 3S. I was wrong. 4S to 6S compatible, not 3S. But let's get these out of the way. But yep, there's the motor. Looks like it's a nice looking motor. It actually looks like a Hobbywing motor as well. It's just they changed the front cap to a red cap and the back cap to a red cap, and then they put a little bit of writing on it. But if I pull out my Max 8 2200 kV motor, it looks almost the exact same, even though this is a 2050. Right here you have your servo, your high torque middle gear servo. Can't see what the rating is on it. I'm gonna need my glasses, well, some glasses. and this would be your receiver box. I love this, how they have this just a small little piece of antenna sticking out that gives you pretty good range. And a lot of people will use a tube, but I'm not going to use a tube. I'm just going to put my receiver in there and let it come out the same exact way that that one comes out. You have an aluminum chassis with some side skirts. That's pretty cool. You have a chassis brace, a long chassis brace going right here. It's rubber, but it's at least it's a chassis brace. Shock towers are pretty thick, especially the rear one. The rear one is super thick. Front one is not as thick. But you have your chassis braces on the front as well. Plastic chassis braces. The one thing that I don't like about this one that they did have on the V1 is for your camber and toe adjustments. Your camber and toe adjustments, they were metal on the first one with the plastic on the ends where you could do your camber and your toe. On this one, it's fixed. And that's the rods right here that I'm speaking on. The rods right here. They're fixed rods, so you can't, for, you know, if you want to get into real competition type racing, I think this truck, you can, you know, do a few tunes and change the diff fluids and shock oils and stuff like that and actually compete and race with this truck. But it's a few things that you would have to change, like the camber and toe links. You would have to put something on there that can be adjusted, because when you're driving on certain tracks, certain conditions, you want to be able to change that camber a little bit and that toe a little bit to give you a better ride. So if you're looking to race professionally, real deal racing, you would have to change those out into a metal one. I don't know whether they offer that in metal or not, but you would have to figure something out to be able to switch that camber and toe. But other than that, it looks pretty good, man. Looks like these A-arms, they kind of still look almost the same like on the first version. They're actually pretty thin. The rear ones look really beefy. But the front ones look a little small. They're thick, but they're just the width. They don't really have a lot of width on them. A lot of people would compare these to the Armor cars, but when you pop the hood and you really look at the car, the chassis look a lot alike. Some of the parts look a lot alike, but then some of the parts you can tell right off the rip that they're just different. These cars right here are great cars. They are not super duper bashers. You cannot just bash and 20,000 backflips, 30,000 feet in the air. It's just not gonna happen with these cars. They do perform well out of the box. They are super duper fast right out of the box. But I will say, like I said, as far as if you want something that's super durable right out of the box, or even, you know, remotely durable, something that you can just send, you know, 20, 30 feet in the air, I would not recommend this truck. If you're a light basher like me, this truck would be perfect, because, you know, we're not taking those real big jumps. We're just doing small jumps and driving around more, enjoying the drive experience. I would say I would definitely recommend this truck for those guys. The new guys just getting into the hobby, but you may have drove RC cars as a kid, so you basically know the idea and have the gist of driving a RC car. I think this would be a perfect car for you. Like I said, these cars are rocket fast. I'm glad they put that new diff in there. I see a few changes. I see this little cover right here over the pinion gear that wasn't on the V1s. So that's pretty cool right there. Servo seems to be pretty good. The servo saver seems like it's gonna do what it's supposed to do. I don't see any fluids leaking. That is a definite plus. No shock oils leaking and no diff fluids leaking. So it's been put together pretty good. Yep, so there it is, man. Team Corrales Shogun V2. I'm very excited about this one. I'm gonna get it out. I do want to get the Radix 4. I had all of the version 1 6S. I had the Dementor, I had the Chronos, I had the Shogun, and I had the Python. I'm not really interested in the Chronos or the Dementor. I do like the new Jumbo, and I do like the new 4S Radic, the Radic 4. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna do the Radic 4, and then that'll be it. But yeah, man, I'm really liking this rig, man. Let's get this top back on. Y'all can see what it looked like. I know y'all a little bit closer now. See what it looked like up close. I do like the tethers. I think any RC car that comes with body clips, they should have this because this is the best thing in the world when it comes to the body clips. Speaking of the body is a little on the flimsy side. It's not nothing real thick, but it's not, you know, it's not, I would say trash. It's not trash either, especially for light bashers. It's not. You should get a good little bit of get some nice runs with this body. I would say add a piece of like something in here that soften this up a little bit, so it won't be as much. Won't be as hard on the body as it just going straight down onto those plastic posts. But all in all, man, this is a pretty good rig. I'm gonna take it out, man, for my first spin. I'll probably take it down to the place where the Dave & Buster's place where the little makeshift neighborhood track is, to get it on the loose dirt first, just to see how these wheels perform, because I would hate to get it out and I plan on racing it and I plan on enjoying it, and I can't even get it around the track good due to the wheels on 6S. I know on 4S it's gonna do fine. But on 6S, I want to see these wheels are going to be able to hold up on that loose dirt. But like I said, all in all, man, Team Corrales, this is their second their second go round on the 6S bash, getting into the bash world. I just don't want to lead people on. I like to tell the truth. I'm a truth seeker. I'm a truth giver. I don't think that the trucks are made. They advertise that super bashers, but they're not really made to do super duper bashing. But it's okay, man. You know, it is what it is. It's a lot of cars on the market that's not meant to do super duper bashing with. Hence Kyosho. Kyosho makes a great product for off-road. All their off-road cars are pretty good, but they're just not made to be, you know, bash real hard. But that's no here nor there, man. We speaking on this Team Corrales right now, so that's what we doing. But there it is, man. We're gonna wrap the video up right here. I appreciate y'all sticking around watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, dislike, whatever you like. YouTube, and I'm in it.